Today we're covering The Money Pit.
Honey, you're on my fingers.
Oh.
Starring Shelley Long and Tom Hanks.
She's like one of those women that always like has someone under their thumb, just like grinding all the time.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
One of my favorite characters.
The revolting blob.
There's that terrific article about a wrestler named the Revolting Blob.
And so he keeps talking, and you hear it getting faster and faster, and he just has a heart attack.
And the cut.
Jack? Jack, are you all right?
And who's her ex-husband?
It's
Carl with a K from Die Hard.
I shot a kid.
Sometimes we feel squirrely, so
crazy like that. You know why?
Well, because I'm selfless.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Cue music.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Be Kind. Let's Rewind, the nostalgia podcast no one asked for. Today we're covering The Money Pit.
Little problem in the kitchen. Nothing trivial.
Starring Shelley Long and Tom Hanks. And dude, out of the gate, gotta say it, this is gonna be a cherry popper for me. While I have seen it on TV, parts of it, I've never sat down and watched the entire thing. Leaf, what about you?
This was an actual favorite of my family's, dude. Like, my mom and dad loved this movie so much, and they watched it all the time. I mean, when it came on TV, we probably all watched it 1,000 times, man. Like, it was one of those pretty much safe. Almost the entire thing is safe for TV.
It's clean, yeah.
It's clean, and like, I was actually this watch through reminded me a lot of what I liked about the movie, and like. The writing, I feel like, and we'll get to the actors and actresses in a minute, and that's Shadwick's exciting part. But I just feel like there's like a lot of really clever like writing in this one. The comedy is like much more subtle than really like outright outlandish, like some of Tom Hanks's earlier stuff.
I mean, there's a lot of slapstick, but
I'll tell you what's funny is because it's relative. If you guys, or know anyone who's ever gone through the process of building a house,
right?
It is a fucking nightmare.
Or fucking fixing a house up,
or
man.
just maintaining a house.
Yeah,
like all of this stuff applies. Shadwick, what about you? I got a feeling, I can't remember because I don't have my crystal ball, but we got these suggestions on our last cabin trip, and this one has Shadwick written all over it.
Maybe, I don't know.
This one just, I don't know. This just seems like a Shadwick pick.
I was just about to ask who suggested this one.
I don't remember. I don't remember picking it because
there's a lot of stuff about the cabin trip we don't remember.
I mean, I've seen the movie, but it's not one that like I've seen a billion times where I have everything memorized. Like,
oh, shit, did I sleep with Max at the cabin?
Oh my God.
Good morning.
Dude, it wasn't me. I didn't suggest it.
I mean, it was. Not a cherry popper for me, but I definitely didn't remember all the way through.
Yes, I mean but this is good, man. So we kind of got, I mean, with the exception of Leaf, we got some fresh eyes to look at this, man. Also, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe. Thanks to all of our listeners for keeping us sane and not pushing us all the way to.
Like we need a big push.
Yeah, that's very true. I just looked outside and I was like, is that a raindrop? Oh, no, the wind just blew. I better go get a beer.
I looked outside and I was like, oh, the sun came up again.
Yeah, here we go.
Yep. To hell with this, dude.
Dude, I brought out the good stuff today, man. The good scotch, not just for a guest. And by that, I mean Crown Royal, because I don't even know what good scotch is. Also, I'm contractually obligated to shout out Brad from Canada anytime I have Crown Royal. So shout out Brad and Scene Invaders. Check out their podcast. Cool ass dude and chick over there. Shadwick, what do you got there, brother?
I have the old smoky salty caramel tonight.
Oh, nice. I don't know why, but I was laughing when I was in the liquor store recently, and the honey whiskey was in there, and then I just flashed back to Leaf pretending to be you, and he's like, honey, I got stung again.
The sting, dude.
Leaf man, what do you got there,
Dude,
bro?
I got not one, not two, but all 4 roses tonight, man.
It's a good one, man.
Probably mixed with a little bit of Coke.
Dude, we're all kind of doing some whiskey here. I like it. It's good times, man. Also, man, end of the month. This shit's flying by now, man. But shout out our rewinder of the month, Danny.
Dan.
Man, I appreciate it. He's reached out. He got his swag, so that is good. Thanked us for it. Told us to keep up the good work, man. So we really appreciate you, Danny.
What do you get as a rewinder of the month?
At a rewinder of the month, you're going to get a free shirt. You're going to get some swag, which may include some coasters that has some stuff on there, some stickers. We do have a couple of hats. If you'd rather have a hat instead of the shirt, let us know. Or maybe we'll send both. Who knows, Sometimes we feel squirrely. So
crazy like that. You know why?
Well, because I'm selfless.
No, we don't make a dime off of this, man. But anyway, if you want to be
Ain't that
rewinder
the
of the
fucking
month,
truth?
be rewinder of the month, be sure to reach out to us on social. We're on everything: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, TikTok. You can comment on YouTube. I'll track you down some way. You can always reach out to us via email too, man. BeKindLet'sRewind@gmail.com. Say what's up. We've had some people from the UK use the email to reach out to us. So
nice.
Shout out our friends over across the pond,
All
man.
Screw.
That's what I said. All screw, man. So
It's cool, isn't it?
yeah. Really cool. We just lost all of them. Leaf, why don't you go ahead and kick us off with some boring ass facts?
Absolutely. For those who are uninitiated, The Money Pit is a 1986 comedy film directed by Richard Benjamin, starring Tom Hanks and, of course, Chadwick's favorite Shelley Long.
Let me just get this out of the way before we start going on this. Did you say it's starring Tom Hanks?
I did.
Dude, I love Tom Hanks. At least there's shit stuck in my head this week.
I got it. That's the guy from Big. Tom Hanks. That's it. Ah, funny guy, Tom Hanks. Everything he says is a stitch.
I have AIDS.
Everything he says is a stitch.
It's so funny, man.
Yeah, that's what every time someone would say Tom Hanks, that is literally what's been stuck in my head for 20 fucking years. So.
I have AIDS.
I have AIDS. Thanks, Family Guy.
This film had a budget of $18.4 million and pulled in $55 million in the box office. Not bad for a 1986
What was the budget again?
18.4
million.
million.
Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad, actually. And then, of course, it had a very, very long run on television, and I'm sure, VHS sales were through the roof. I know a few people that owned this classic, and like you mentioned before, it was sort of it was mostly family friendly. It's something you could watch, with kids. It wasn't too offensive, and despite there being a lot of slapstick, I feel like there's a lot of clever humor in this film that made me laugh. That wasn't really, including in all the physical, house comedy. So
yeah.
Boy,
I didn't really pick up on slapstick, other than the.
I consider the house slapstick.
I kind of agree with that. There's it was sort of over the top, goofy physical comedy.
Oh yeah, and falling in the plaster and all
Which,
that.
Tom Hanks did a lot of that in the early days.
Was a pretty, he still is, I assume, but pretty funny comedian, pretty funny physical comedian.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I got out of this. We always know his, verbal barbs, like we covered him in Toy Story, and just how his inflection and everything is so good.
Oh, well, son.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. But this is young Tom Hanks physical comedy. Pretty damn good.
You guys remember Bosom Buddies?
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude.
Were they dressed up like chicks to live in was it like a female only apartment housing or something like that?
Probably in New York. Jesus, get a fucking different gimmick, guys.
And by the way, they're real and they're spectacular.
Either that or San Francisco.
What else is San Francisco famous for? Oh, guys sucking and fucking each other.
Thanks, Norm.
Thanks, Norm.
But yeah, man. So this had Shelley Long, which I thought was pretty funny because our critic episode, while we're recording this, our critic episode just dropped, and there was a Shelley Long joke in there that we completely didn't put together that like we would be covering it the same week that critic episode came out.
I'm a powerful film critic and you're a lowly security guard. But if you treat people like me right, next year you could be head of this studio.
No, last year I was head of the studio. 12-picture deal with Shelley Long seemed like a good idea.
As far as Shelley Long goes, I fucking hate Shelley Long.
Let's just get into it. Just fucking go.
This is it.
Like, she was the worst part of Cheers.
Yep.
God, I can't even think of what else she was in. Really, like
you didn't watch it.
It's her voice. Like she sounds like a stage actor.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm not completely helpless in the kitchen. I do know how to light an oven.
Like everything's like overly pronounced and over like properly. You know, I don't know. I
tell you why I don't like her is that nice alabaster skin.
Hot sun beating down on you? I've lost 3 of those guys to skin cancer. We call that curve the Widowmaker. I don't want to go out to the Widowmaker. Okay. How do you think you'd fare out there?
From the internship with Will Ferrell. But no, man, I've known a lot of girls like this. They're like pretty prissy, usually daddy's girls, got everything they ever wanted in life, and they just continue to win no matter what and get bailed out of any situation they're in. Like in this movie, you know, we'll get to it.
I like the color of the uppity one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me that I don't really like. I don't think she's like that bad of an actress. I just don't think there's anything unique or potentially like exceptional about her or her acting
or anything likable.
No, exactly. Well, that's what I was about to say. I think one of the worst things about her is I don't know if she's just always cast for these roles, but she's just an absolute bitch in like everything she's in, dude. In Cheers,
she's always like overbearing. She's always
she's just a cheater half the time, too.
Condescending.
Yeah, I mean, that may be good on her being a great actress. We don't know Shelley Long.
No, not like personally.
I mean, like for me, it just reminded me of a lot of girls I went to school with.
Right.
And that's why it kind of triggered me a little bit. Where I was like, God damn it!
Yeah, she's like one of those women that always like has someone under their thumb, just like grinding all the time.
And like Chris said, maybe she's just that good of an actress. But the characters she plays are always grating. So in Cheers, she's Diane. There's a character. She at the end, like she ends up like jilting or whatever. The main character played by Ted Danson.
Sam Malone.
Sam. Like she ends up jilting him like at the altar. So here she is in Money Pit, like basically sort of like in the very beginning. We'll get to it here in just a second, but she sort of is reticent to marry like this dude she quote unquote is in love with, and then like there's some potential infidelity in this film. And it's just like she plays that same don't want to commit kind of bitch of a character, and the guys that she's plays, apart from are always like really decent freaking guys.
You really are rooting for it because we'll just go ahead and get into it because you're rooting for Tom Hanks from the beginning.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you want him to win. He seems like such a genuinely good character, and she's just at the very beginning, the very first scene is already just like not in. It seems like all into him for whatever reason, and then her ex shows up and just, man, I don't know. Her characters fucking suck. And actually, I know you guys don't care, but she has an episode in Frasier. The character Diane from Cheers comes back into Frasier.
Oh, really?
And if you don't remember, at the end of Cheers, not only did she jilt, Sam, but she went off to like be a writer in California, and her career sucks. And she's terrible in that episode. She's an absolute piece of trash in that episode too, man. Because she did Frasier in Cheers as well. That's where he came from.
She was also Ed O'Neill's ex-wife in Modern Family.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Wow, good cut. Dude, let's just get into this, man, because this movie opens up, but it just has an older man in Rio de Janeiro marrying a very young woman who is pretty smoking hot, and
she looks Filipino. I suppose she's supposed to be Brazilian, but she's foreign anyways.
Yeah. So he's marrying her. The only thing really you get out of this is she wishes her son or his son was going to be there for this.
And now she can legally come into the country.
Yes. So so the son's not there. I think that's when it cuts back to, isn't it, Tom Hanks in bed, and he's looking at this wedding picture. They have a nice little cut they take the picture. He's got the picture.
Dear Walter, wedding snap of me and your new mom. We won't be coming to New York for the 2.9 million reasons that you are more than aware of. Love, Dad.
All we know exactly is basically like his dad is a crook. He's trying to clean up his dad's mess out of the gate. His dad like embezzled, did some people wrong, whatever, and
it's kind of left his son with
Walter
the bill.
Fielding Jr. is trying to clean up the mess.
Is that why his dad's out of the country?
I think so.
I think he fled after stealing a bunch of money. It makes it seem.
I never picked up on that.
And you get this. I think this is where this happens, and if it's not, it doesn't matter. None of this matters. The Shadow was talking about these song openings that are just like city shots, and it's a terrible ass song.
The stock footage.
Oh, dude, and it is stock footage.
Yeah,
and
Chris kept timing it wrong and coming during
the
establishment shot.
Yeah. Shout out the Ted series. Go watch the new season. It's also a fucking banger.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, we need to talk about that.
Yeah, but anyway, so like we have this 80s intro with this song it kind of reminds me, I mean, they did the same shit on
it's not The Power of Love, I can tell you that.
No. Well, I mean, Major League, they did it. They do it like it seems like all these movies.
It's not Randy Newman.
It's not Randy Newman.
Fat man with his kids and dog.
I don't know why, but there seems to always be this thing in the 80s. Like, they really want you to know, they want to really establish location.
Yeah.
Like, they're really intent. Like, and it to the point where oftentimes it'll just say it on the bottom of the screen. And we kind of got away from that. I feel like maybe in the early 2000s and so on and so forth, people still
in the 90s even.
Yeah.
Like,
in the 90s?
Yeah, I think the 90s, like
maybe late 90s.
Things just like jumped right into the action.
Yeah, that's true.
This is like the whole like opening credits has an entire song. You know, they did it with like Cocktail and Secret to My Success, all these like 80s kind of lightweight movies.
But let's just be honest. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't need to be there.
Not really.
We don't care. Like, I zone out. As soon as the song started, I just hear, like, you just hear me in my downstairs be like, God!
I felt the same way, dude. If it's not Andy Newman, just get the hell out of here.
As soon as it started, I picked up my phone. I was like, "What are you having to deal with this shit?"
Left foot, right foot.
Leaf, go ahead and kick us off, man, because Walter he's in an apartment building.
Yeah, Walter Fielding Jr. We met briefly his father, as Chris said, getting married in Rio de Janeiro. Crook, basically leaving his son holding the bill. His son is sort of laying in bed talking to his girlfriend, Anna Crawley, played by Shelley Long, of course, as we mentioned. And they're just in this like Manhattan apartment building, like in bed together, just sort of shooting the shit. Clearly they're boyfriend and girlfriend, and he asks her to marry him. It's just like, come on, let's do this, man. Like
a little house in the suburbs, a white picket fence, maybe a dog, 2.4 kids, and just to round it out, a wife. Will you marry me?
She out of the gate, dude. This is probably why it's nails on a chalkboard with us.
Yeah, she's immediately doesn't want to get married, and like she explains her reasoning that she was married before, and she doesn't. She's sort of like nervous to go through with it again, even though they, for all intents and purposes, they appear to be like madly in love. She's not. She doesn't show any reason why she wouldn't, except for the fact that she does have an ex-husband. So that's kind of like the reasoning there, and they talk about it in bed through exposition. And of course, immediately they're interrupted by a noise or commotion downstairs in their apartment, and in bust a gentleman named Shatov, played by none other than Yakov Smirnov, telling them in Soviet Russia, car drives you. No, does anybody remember Yakov Smirnov?
Dude, I do, but like no
Podcast?
one else does. Like, go start Googling him and not shit shows up. It's like a joke in time that you and I probably remember in Chadwick. And that's
He was a stand-up comedian, like, and he obviously was Russian, and he did a lot of like post-Cold War jokes about how terrible Russia was when they were, fully under the communist regime. And
what surprises me, American people don't know we have comedy in Russia. We have comedians. They're there. They're dead.
man, those jokes really hit back in the day, man. Americans
sure.
loved to hear about how terrible Russia was.
Also, like, what a fucking stage name, Yakov Smirnoff.
Smirnoff.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's good shit, man.
He was pretty funny from what I remember, but he plays this character who's basically letting them know they are being evicted from their apartment.
Oh my God, you're still here? Boat has docked. He's here, you're out.
Because as we so shockingly find out, like, I remember this is the first part of the film, watching it over since it's been many, many years since I've seen it, where I was like, yo, I forgot they're staying in Anna Crawley, Shelley Long's character's ex-husband's apartment.
Yeah,
like,
and who is her ex-husband?
It's
Carl with a K from Die Hard.
Well, things went south after this movie. He had to make up some money.
Yeah,
he took a job with this Hans Gruber fella, and
I shot a kid.
He plays a character named Max Basart, and played by the guy's name is Alexander Godunov, and like,
also, by the way, just this dude fucking nailed this.
He was
like
so good.
Like I kind of thought that I kind of thought he was a Streisand because in Die Hard he really doesn't have many speaking lines, right?
No.
Like I just thought he was cast because he had ex-dancer, good body, whatever. Like, but dude, when he's being a sarcastic dick, dude, he nailed that.
He actually is really funny.
He's
and
funny as shit in this.
He's
like by the end
underrated.
of the movie, I should hate this guy. And I'm like, he's all right.
He's actually like one of the straightest shooters in the entire film.
Yeah,
by the end,
I get it.
Yeah, he's there, Chadwick.
But he owns the apartment where Walter and Anna are living, and he basically evicts them. He's like, dude, I've been gone a year, and now I'm back. And Shatov that's his guy, like arranging the apartments. Like, guys, you've had a year to find a place to stay. Like, you got to be out now.
What you do? You stayed in bed all the time, didn't look for an apartment?
It's like, dude, can you imagine if you're Max? Like, he ends up being a dickhead in this film, but like, he owns his apartment. His ex-wife is banging her new man in his place.
Well, I mean, you assume that it's one of several probably residences he owns.
He's wealthy.
Yeah, I mean, so they're in there, and I guess like the reason you would stay in bed is like you'd stay on electricity because when she gets naked, her skin is basically translucent. It probably glows in the dark, so you don't need a nightlight to go to the bathroom.
You think you can like see through her skin? Like you can just like see like little blue lightning bolts going down to her puss.
You look through her skin and she's pregnant. You're like, I gotta go.
Yeah. You're like, I'm about to shoot a kid down these stairs.
Well, we find out. We find out that Walter, of course, is a lawyer, and Anna is a classical violinist, and so they both head off to work to put off this problem momentarily about finding a new place. And so she's at obviously a place where there's going to be a concert, and in walks the conductor, and I'll be damned if it's not her ex-husband and obviously temporary landlord, good old Max, dude.
And
to
again,
complicate things.
I watched this movie a couple times. I usually do that. I watch one for fun, and then I watch one where I kind of start digging. And even like everything about this dude's aura, like again, he nailed this fucking role.
Yeah,
like when he walks in, that smug ass attitude, just everybody's afraid of him except for her.
The line was, "You're almost on time. You're almost late."
That's it.
Says one of the other violinists, and she's like, in America, we call that being on time.
Yeah, she's not shaking it all from this. She's like, whatever, like it's my ex-husband. The aura is gone for her on him.
Yeah,
which I think is part of the reason why he pursues her in this movie. It's what you can't have.
I agree with that.
She's not intimidated by him because like she knows what he really likes to do with that conductor stick.
Get shot and Die Hard.
I want to echo what Chris said though, because being in chamber choirs from high school and even into college, like there were dudes like this, like always men, always male, who just had this like aura about them, and this guy nails it, dude. It's like nothing you do and for those of you who played an instrument in an orchestral setting or you sang, you know guys that were like this. They were just nothing you did was good enough for them, and that's exactly how he treats them. He conducts them in a session, and they all play their instruments and do the thing, and he is just disgusted. And he has he has a line. He's like,
"The union forces me to allow you to go to lunch in spite of the way you've played. Those of you with consciences will not be able to eat."
And he said, this is what I'm talking about, like about the writing. He's like, and for those of you whose work ethic matches your conscience, enjoy your lunch.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like a complete another.
That's
like,
what I mean, though, dude. Max nails this shit.
Man, I missed all that.
Dude,
I like this guy.
Dude, it's so funny. He is so funny. Yeah, he gives him this long, terrible speech. He's just like, because he's been away for a year, right? Like, as we mentioned before. And so it's like.
Nakatomi Plaza?
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
he was about to be. Yeah,
he was
not
busy.
yet.
He recovered from the broken neck. So it's like, in the end, he was
shot.
He's telling like everybody that was there, he's like, listen, your previous conductor had you for a year. He was like, let's see the damage that he's done.
Mm-hmm.
And like, he's not impressed with their state. So it's like up to him to sort of whip them back into shape. But after the session, of course, he takes Anna aside and takes her to lunch. And that's where we find out, like, he's still in love with her. He tries to woo her back to him. And when she vehemently refuses and says she's in love with Walter, her new boyfriend, he's just...
What is this, Walter?
Yeah, I know, like, she mentions Walter several times, and then, like, the last time she's like, I'm in love with Walter. And he's like, what is this Walter? Like, she's already explained it to you, like, 3 times.
He's such a dickhead. He doesn't even care. And so he's just like, well, all right, I understand. You don't want me back. He's like, can we just have sex?
And every man watching this movie are like, does that work?
Does that work? Can you do
Can you
that?
just do that? Yeah.
So she refuses, of course, and then this
not with that porcelain doll.
And it cuts. He's got eccentric tastes. It's like you said, Chadwick. It's untouchable, like fruit. He's not supposed to have it. So yeah. So meanwhile, Walter, as I mentioned before, is the lawyer for various musical acts. And we discover, obviously, in the earlier the film, like his father embezzled a bunch of money, stole it from this band, and so Walter's like trying to pay it back, and you find out he sold some properties, and he's on the set while this hair metal band is playing one of his clients.
You know who that was, by the way?
Mm-mm.
White Lion.
Oh, you're kidding me?
No, it was White Lion.
Dude, it's actual legitimate like band, and he's trying to he tells the manager he's liquidated some properties that he owns, and he's got a check for the band to pay back some of what his father had stolen. And the manager of the band is like, doesn't give a shit. He's just like, what are you doing? He was like, this is just going to confuse them. And he's like insulting them. He's like, they've got enough money like as it is. And Walter's like, well, what are you saying? Like, why do you keep saying that? And the manager's like, look.
Because I like you better than I like them. But they're your sister and your brothers.
Dude, I cracked on
Dude, 100%. I was like, oh shit. Like this was some of that writing that got me pretty good on this.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny, man. It's so
also
good.
like the Tom Hanks Goofy, like where he's got the noise canceling, like
it's so
soundproof
loud
shit. So, but he's just like nodding his head, like watching, like listening to him practice.
And it's exactly
or
like
for the video.
It's exactly like you said. He's such a good guy. Like he's paying off his father's like sins here. He doesn't have to do that. Even the manager's sort of confused. He's like, I don't just keep the money. I don't care. Nobody cares. But like,
he doesn't want to confuse the band because they're used to people screwing them over.
They are. I mean,
you can't treat them like human beings.
They're musicians. You'll think White
You gotta
Lion.
understand these things talk.
Exactly. Like and so. But like you're right though, because Walter in his character, Tom Hanks' character is like super nice, man. Like he's just a good person, despite the fact that he's a lawyer. He's trying to pay back his father's debts. He's just like he wants to do the right thing. He's loving with his girlfriend, even though she doesn't want to marry him. He's sticking with her. It's just he
doesn't have any money because of his dad. She doesn't have any money because
he's want to get that first ex-wife out of the way.
Yeah. He's got to just go. You got to run through like 20, 30 hood rats, bust those out. I mean, that's what he should have done.
And so,
my uncle used to drive a hoe runner.
Well, we still have the dilemma, of course, that they currently or very soon are about to have no place to live. So Walter actually goes to meet his fat real estate agent, one of my favorite characters,
the Revolting Blob.
There's a terrific article about a wrestler named the Revolting Blob.
Yes.
in this movie, his character's name is Jack Schnittman, played by Josh Mostel from
from Billy Madison, from Big Daddy, he's been in so much, but to us, he'll probably always be the Revolting Blob.
The Revolting Blob. He's
still horny.
P.S. I'm horny.
I'm still horny. He starts humping him.
When Adam Sandler gets the no, and he looks up, and he has a serious face. He's like. He's like
making eye contact with him.
His face gets real serious.
And he's letting him know, this is for real.
I'm down, dude.
Yeah.
Well, in this movie, he's like a fat real estate agent, and he's running on a track, trying to lose weight, obviously, and he's just bragging about how much weight he's lost, how much better he feels.
How long have you been doing this, Jack? Oh, 6 months. It's great. Next month, I'm going to run in a 1K.
And it's great, too, because when he's running on the track, Tom Hanks is walking. He is walking with him, quote unquote, jogging or whatever, right? Tom Hanks is just normally walking beside him.
Yeah, and Jack is covered in sweat, dude. He's from head to toe. He stinks. Jack even mentions it. And he's like, listen, have you found anything for me? And evidently, Jack has a unique opportunity he's found. But before he gets to finish telling him, his heart rate monitor on his wrist, I didn't know they had those in the 80s, starts going off. And when I tell you, they're talking the whole time, and you can hear it getting faster and faster and faster. And finally, Walter's like, are you okay? He was like, oh, it's just my heart rate monitor. Don't worry about it. These things are inaccurate as hell anyways. And so he keeps talking, and you hear it getting faster and faster. And he just has a heart attack.
And the cut, dude.
Jack? Jack, are you all right?
The ambulance cut that we all love.
It's going down the street, and
he's like Fatty McGee.
Yeah, dude. And he's still trying to tell him, he's still trying to sell him on this house in the ambulance on the way to the hospital because of the heart attack.
It cuts and Jack is laying on an ambulance, and he's still talking, so he's alive. But yeah, it's like Walter's like, are you okay? And he's concerned about his health, and he's still trying to sell him on this opportunity. So the opportunity is, because Jack can't stop being who he is. Evidently, there's an enormous $1 million mansions being sold for the unbelievable price of only $200,000. And it's a limited time offer, and Jack wants Walter to consider this crazy offer, and Walter's immediately skeptical. He's just like, dude, why is this house being sold
and one
so
of the
cheap?
things that Walter says about Jack before he's on screen is he just got out of prison. No, he's a good guy, though. When he's talking to Anna about it. I didn't pick that one up till the second watch. I was like, yeah.
I missed that completely, dude.
Because you're already ready. You're already laughing about the heart attack cutscene.
Yeah, how fat he is, and how the cutscene. Because earlier they have a phone call very, very briefly, which I didn't even put in my notes, but he's eating a jelly donut. You can see it in his head.
Yeah.
And so the guy's just eating himself to an early grave.
Yeah, you don't you just see his big fucking mitt.
Yeah,
grab that whatever it is.
Yeah.
He's like, I've lost so much weight. You won't even know me when you see me or whatever. He's just shoveling that donut in his face.
I'm not your average woman. I like sex, and I'm not afraid to admit it.
And he's big by 80 standards when we see him, which is not that big by today's standards, but it's not. Yeah,
turns out we got bigger.
Being in the pool felt like I was weightless.
The fuck you are.
So back at the Manhattan apartment, Walter and Anna both arrive basically at the same time after their days end, and find it like this part was weird for me. Like it was filled with various like clients and freeloaders.
Dude, and I wanted to shout out Brian Backer from Fast Times at Ridgemont High playing ping pong.
Shit,
Yeah,
I missed that one.
Much like Walter's dad, Brian Backer was playing ping pong.
Yeah. And they're just like talking to Walter, and so in comes one of the bands that Walter's managing, and they're like some sort of transsexual rock band.
Yeah.
And they start begging Walter to help them change their name to Meryl Streep.
And that's a dub over too. And I tried to read the lips on this. You can tell it. Like the Tom Hanks line is obviously shot separate because it's just a straight in shot on him. Yeah. He says something. It's kind of like the dirty work. Like it's like the ass fucking. Like
I saw it too, but I could not make out what he was saying.
Read the lips on it, what he actually said. But so if you know, let us know in the comments.
What
I guess they were a band too, but I'd never heard of them, and I forgot to write it down.
Yeah, they were a band too, and I don't. Yeah, again, I don't remember I don't think he ever says the name of their band, but
he did. But I mean, like they were a band that wasn't named that, like in real life. Like they were an actual band in real life.
They were something else. Okay,
yeah, I think so.
I did not. I missed
or at
all
least
of
one
that.
of them was. Yeah.
But in the midst of the chaos and all of the people,
Was it Queen?
It may have been.
It was not. You would think.
Yeah. In agitated.
Those guys get a lot of pussy.
You know they did. Especially the lead singer. Agitated by the chaos and realizing they're short on Tom, they go ahead and decide, like, look, we got to get out of this apartment. Let's go and talk to this mysterious $1 million mansion owner. And so they catch a cab out to where it is, and they're greeted by Estelle, played by Maureen Stapleton, an eccentric woman who's desperate to sell this mansion she's in on account of the blood-sucking lawyers.
No, and she's got looks like a gin and tonic out of the gate. Like, and it's so strong. Like when she takes that first sip, she's like,
yeah.
Like,
she opens the door. You could tell she just.
God damn, I hate gin. You bitch.
You bitch. And she tells, so she starts showing them through the house and letting them get a quick inspection. It doesn't look like a bad place.
No, and it's actually pretty clever too, because she's trying to quote unquote save money. She's showing the house at night, so she only has candles because she's trying to save money.
I'm trying to save a few bucks on the lights for the blood-sucking lawyers.
So they go up the stairs. Be careful, the stairs a little tricky here.
There's a tricky step. I keep meaning to fix it.
And she's only showing him what she wants to show him, kind of like anybody that's probably ever sold a house. Where you're like, just don't go in that corner.
Yeah, there's like red flags popping up everywhere. Like they're upstairs, and Tom Hanks asks,
"Could I use your bathroom?"
Would you use the one downstairs? All my personal things are still in this one.
Yeah, so that's a good little catch. And she starts to give her backstory, Leaf, if you want to go into that, of why she's in the situation she's in.
So while Tom Hanks' character Walter's using the bathroom downstairs, Estelle tells Anna, Walter's girlfriend, that she has to sell the house because something has happened. Unfortunately, Israeli intelligence and Mossad has arrested her husband Carlos, who turned out to be Hitler's pool man.
What's the deal with 80s movies and this trope of always a Hitler thing in there?
Don't attack Jews, instead drink brews. That's what we say. Isn't that funny?
It's so evidently her husband was wanted by the Nazi hunters, from Israel.
And it was funny too. As they're leaving, Tom Hanks tells her,
"You have the most beautifully kept pool I've ever seen."
She starts crying. What'd I say?
Because she's driving this sweet car, which, by the way, that car that she was driving, I guess, in between takes, Tom Hanks would just drive it around. I was reading some notes that he just kind of would take joyrides in it. It's like an old time. I just need to get John T on speed dial so he can tell us what these cars are in these movies.
Yeah, John T can correct me on this, guys, but I'm pretty sure it's an old Rolls Royce, like the kind that rich German aristocrats, and I think Hitler had one as well.
Really is a beautiful car.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this mahogany.
Gorgeous.
You just don't see that anymore, you know?
No.
That's
Yeah,
even better.
didn't she say it was a Lincoln?
I can't remember.
It's
But
like
she's like, it's a Lincoln. I'll throw it in if you buy the house.
yeah, no, she's trying to throw everything in. You can have it. You can have the furniture. I'll throw in the She just got to get cash and get out of it.
I may have been mistaken, but when I saw the car, there's these old like black and white footage of like Hitler.
We all know why we're here, and I believe we all know what needs to be done. But I think it's best we don't talk out loud about it until we have most of them on the trains heading to the camps.
Driving in something looked very similar, and I was crying laughing because the jokes are so subtle about it. But man, so anyways, obviously,
and she's in a big hurry too. It's like,
There isn't any time. Extradition is Friday.
Extradition?
I'll tell you later.
I need an answer by close of business tomorrow.
yeah, so they don't have much time to decide, but Walter's just a good guy.
Walter's in on it. He
He's
thinks that like
in.
this is a great opportunity, and then Anna even says like, "Look, I'll only do this if you let me pay half," and he's like, "Great, like, like whatever. Like we need as much money, so they're gonna go in 50-50." And I mean, for a house like that, $1 million home, there's a lot of square footage in there. Be kind.
There
Let's
is.
rewind. We should go into one of those.
Oh, this is where you really want to be, Charles?
Always wanted to kick it at the fun house. Y'all just never let me partake.
Yeah, out of respect for that ring on your finger. Get in here, man. Come on, I'll give you a tour.
We should film our own money pit.
Right?
Where we just burn it down for the insurance money in the end.
Allegedly.
Sorry.
The only problem is that both Walter and Anna are, at the current moment, are a little strapped for cash.
Mm-hmm.
So Walter, unfortunately, is forced to go to one of his richer clients. We're talking Billboard Top 10 here.
you think they're strapped for cash because his girlfriend plays the fucking violin?
Dare you slap me?
It doesn't make any money, and so far, all we know that she does besides that is just be divorced to from a rich guy.
She was really good at playing the violin and fucking.
Yeah, it's.
I bet she's better at the violin.
Yeah. I have to imagine that's actually the
I
truth.
like the kissing part.
I bet she's the type that would critique everything. Like
she's Jan Levinson Ghoul.
Yeah.
She likes videotaping us during sex.
Oh my God.
Oh, and then watching it back right afterward to improve my form.
And so Walter realizes, like I said, he has no choice but to go to one of his wealthier clients to ask for a loan to buy the house. And so he goes to meet one of his clients named Benny. Well, obviously, played by William Lombardo. He's a young star who is an absolute, complete, and total spoiled brat.
Dude, I thought this guy was, I swear to God, and this probably just makes me racist, I thought this was Vinny from Doogie Howser. And it turns out this dude was on Punky Brewster, but it was not the dude from Doogie Howser.
It was not the dude from Doogie Howser.
I thought it was the guy from Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh my God!
No, not at all. Nope, swing and miss on all our accounts.
Damn, man, that is racist. I actually thought he was the dude from the Wonder Years, but anyways,
he's not even old enough to have a super Dago mustache.
Yeah.
And so when Walter meets him, it's this young. He's so young, man, and he's like obviously a star. He's a spoiled brat, and like he puts a cigarette out on the rug. You see the maid rush to start cleaning it.
Listen, I don't want to point fingers, but I'm missing about $1,000 in play money.
I take.
What? You took it?
See.
Well, give it back.
Come get, bitch.
And Benny yells at one of his assistants to are you just gonna let my maid do that? And
Stand there while my mother cleans that up?
Yeah, the maid is his mom.
Yeah.
And he's so mean to her. Like after she's done cleaning up, he tells her she can go and watch cartoons because the men are talking.
Dude, and I thought she was freaking laces out, but she's not. Like my eyes are awful now, guys, and I go to the eye doctor.
I feel like we wanted more of the people we know to be in this,
I
and
think
this is
probably what it was.
Almost behind our
Well, we
before
got
our
the
time.
revolting blob. What else do you want?
We did. I mean, that's true.
That's a good one. And so, yeah, like this little rich bastard is like has all the money in the world, and so Walter begs him for the $200,000 loan he's going to need for the deposit on the house. And he refuses at first, but then Walter threatens not to like him anymore. And so the kid
cuts him to the core more than anything.
And so obviously, the joke is being that actually hurts the kid worse than any other threats. But another funny part is like they start getting in a shouting match, Walter and Benny, and Walter's black security guard reaches for his piece, like on the side, like he's gonna kill him, dude. Like,
dude, I tried to look him up too, and I couldn't find anything on him. Like, that dude was a pro athlete of some sort for sure. Like, he was freaking
huge.
yacked.
Yeah, he absolutely was. So Benny finally does agree to give Walter the money. And so the house is sold. We get a very quick shot of the real estate agent Jack Shipman.
They bought it! All right, then! Way to go! Not again.
It's sold, and then all of a sudden you just hear that heart rate monitor going off again.
By the way, I had to look. In the final scene, he's not in there. I have to assume he died of a heart attack, which is even funnier.
That is funny as shit.
I wish they had mentioned it. That'd have finished me. But so the house is purchased, and the next scenes we get are, of course, it's like basically a small montage of Walter and Anna. They've moved into the house, and they're starting to clean things up and sort of assess. They knew it was going to be a fixer-upper.
But it was this much of a fixer-upper.
Immediately, this is where there's sort of the slapstick starts to happen. Like somebody rings the doorbell and it just explodes.
It was like Tom Hanks. He's like, or Walter. He goes outside. He gets locked out, and then he goes to ring the doorbell, and then it just blows up.
Blows like literally like an M80 was, and it just explodes. The ceiling is falling apart like on Anna's head. The plumbing.
He's like sitting on the stairs, like trying to nail the steps back in place. Yeah. And like every time he swings a hammer, like the ceiling falls in the other room.
Yeah, because every time like he moves, it shakes. This to me is like some stuff that if you've ever rented really shitty houses, like this also will come into play. Where I've been in some shitty houses, even bought a shitty house. And then, you look up and water's coming in your closet when it rains and shit. And you're like, oh, God damn it. Like,
God damn it.
The plumbing has this like brown sludge coming out of it.
Might as well have been the fucking ooze from Ghostbusters coming out of it.
It's just minerals.
And and Anna gets attacked by a live raccoon that was living in the dumbwaiter.
Fucking raccoon in one of our episodes.
And another one, dude. And I have to admit, this one made me laugh because it was really unexpected, unlike the one in Saving Silverman, which you just sort of guy was
Tom Hanks like
coon. Well, raccoon's trying to get on our back porch. Mama just chased him off with a broom.
You want to get that out of your system right now?
Sorry, it's a different movie.
Yeah, it was Tom Hanks, different movie,
right? And of course, the coup de grace is the entire stairs break away from the second floor, and Walter's nearly killed. And this shit looks so dangerous. And as far as I could tell, like Tom Hanks didn't have a stunt double.
Yeah,
right?
It looked like, I don't know, like it looked pretty good. I tell you, one of the things that did bother me on this, and this is 100% a Shelley Long thing, she's supposed to be standing on his fingers in that wide shot, and then they have to cut to another shot where she's standing. She's so far away from his fingers on that initial shot because I'm pretty sure she didn't want to be that close to the edge.
Yeah.
Honey, you're on my fingers.
Oh.
The edge.
Like, because there's nothing down there, or maybe there's just like a crash pad or something. I don't know. I noticed that, and I was just like, meh.
I didn't notice that part. Nice.
What a bitch.
Don't you ever hit me again.
Like hell.
Just entitle this one the Shelley Long hate episode.
She's like, do you see this? She's like, sue them. He's like, I'm suing.
Yeah.
Also, Shelley Long, sponsor our podcast.
Change your mind.
Can't wait till we have her on.
Hey, we said you may just be a great actress. We don't know.
That's exactly what it is. I think that's it, man. So
such a great actress, and you make us hate you.
It's your fault. We hate you.
Yeah.
And so they realize this is probably going to be a little bit more than a quick fixer-upper already. So the money...
don't forget the entire bed is fucked, too. Like, when she lays down on the bed, she sinks down. So now they're just like, we'll take the mattress off the bed.
Yeah.
It's again, this is kind of derpy slapstick. But, dude, this is the one that guts me because, like I said, I've had it happen in a couple of houses.
Yeah.
And it's when it starts raining and then all of a sudden water's, like, coming in. And I'm just out of the PTSD on that, man.
And it's
like,
not
God.
a little bit of water. It's like a lot.
I was just like just flashbacks watching that. I just poured myself another glass.
Because you know when...
like diamond showers.
Dude, and
yeah,
like,
I like those.
It's it's like Shadwick said earlier that like this is sort of relative if you've like ever owned a house. Like if water starts coming down, this is not a cheap and easy problem to fix.
It
like,
sucks.
You know you're in for a shit ton of money like to fix even a small leak.
Yeah,
because
roofing just sucks.
Dude.
Like it's never cheap. And
Right.
it takes forever to get people out there, and you know it's going to continue to rain, and you don't want to be that house in your neighborhood with a tarp on the roof. But
right.
Sometimes shit happens.
So something that in our younger days and watching this might not have bothered us, but now in our older days it's almost triggering.
Dude, it is triggering. Man.
Yeah.
So they've learned very quickly, like, okay, this is beyond us throwing some paint, some lipstick and rouge on this bitch. Like, they're gonna have to get some pros in here to help fix this thing up. But again, it's essentially a multi-million-dollar home. If you can just get it back up to code or whatever, you're going to make a profit no matter what.
Kick the shit out of little kids in Red Bank and make myself a profit.
You're in the money, right?
Yeah.
And so Walter attempts to hire various contractors to aid in the repairs. One of
them, like when they first get there, they're moving a new mattress in. For some reason, they're still going to be upstairs. I didn't understand that part of it, but that's just logic, where I'm like, just abandon upstairs. But I swear to God, I paused this and Googled and everything, and that is not Jeff Daniels. And I swear to God, when that guy, he doesn't look like Jeff Daniels till he's at the top of the stairs and he says a line.
Did you really buy this house?
And I was like, that's Jeff Daniels' voice, and everyone's fucking with me right now, and I'm upset about it.
When was Jeff Daniels' heyday? I think it was it was in the 90s, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was like a bit part.
Maybe
so I was like,
something-
maybe this is like a bit part for him.
Yeah.
It's not him, but tell me, go back and listen to that line when he's at the top of the stairs, when he's like, you guys are going to live here? Like, when that guy says that line, it sounds like Jeff Daniels. And so I'm tired of people in this world fucking with me. Look, I understand we're all three on the Truman Show. We get it. Just give us some money.
Please, just pay us. That's all we want, man.
Jeez.
What if he shot you in the face?
And so one of the other contractors is a carpenter by the name of Art Shirk, played by none other than Joe Montana.
I said Joe Montana.
Yeah.
The actual Joe Montana.
Right.
So who immediately, of course, he immediately starts to sexually harass Anna.
I believe we call that essay.
But needing a cheap...
No, I think he was Italian.
What with your dago mustache on your greasy hair? Look.
No, that's true, yeah.
Needing a cheap and efficient carpenter, Walter immediately forgives him for making a pass at his wife. I mean, after all, Art... He didn't know she was married, dude. He just thought he was looking at some good-looking wool.
I just thought she was good-looking wool.
That may be a Brian line. I believe that may be the only other human being I've heard call it wool. Just look at some good-looking wool, man. And this is also I found out too because his last name is Shirk. And that's apparently a slang for avoiding work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, shirking your chores,
shirking your duties. Yeah.
Yep.
I thought it was shucking.
Yeah, it's shirk.
It's
Shirk
shirk.
is a slang for
Shirk,
it. Yeah.
Yeah, Art Shirk.
So, like, could you get that later on too with some other thing? But yeah, dude, good-looking wool, like another line, just filed that in the back of my head to use later on. Thanks.
Thanks a lot for that.
If I gained nothing else from this movie, it was the term wool. So
That's such a good line, dude. And so finding everything pretty much in complete and utter disrepair, the other contractors are laughing at Walter, making fun of him for buying the house. And for some reason, like as the other contractors drive away, and this happens at least twice, they're all listening to the same damn song, and it's "I Gotta Be Me" by Sammy Davis Jr. I don't even know why that's
what was that?
And they always like spin gravel and dust on them.
What was that in? I Gotta Be Me. Oh, it was in freaking Freddy Got Fingered. Tom Green. I forgot about that. When he's getting inside the animals.
I gotta be me. I gotta be me.
He's got a deer skin on him. Like, oh, I can't wait to cover that movie. Chadwick's gonna hate it.
It's gonna be so bad, dude. Which other one of our friends hated Freddy Got Fingered?
I don't remember. There's a couple.
There's a couple people that couldn't stand when we talked about it, dude. But anyways,
I gotta be me.
Like Shelley says, they spun out. They're always hitting gravel on Walter, like in his face, and it was like it looked real, like they were like peeling out. But that shit was always so funny. But so obviously things go from bad to worse when Walter is cleaning up. And they don't have any running water in the house, so they're using the statue of a peeing boy on the outside. Which is like a
replica of some famous thing that I'm not cultured enough to understand.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly like what it's supposed to represent, but like it's like he's bringing water from the outside fountain to inside so they can like have like and then warming up
on the stove or whatever to like get hot water.
Yeah, to get hot water for a bath. And of course,
baby.
God damn it.
Walter turns on a light, and we get another derpy moment where the electricity in the kitchen overloads. But it is kind of funny because you see the electricity traveling, and it's like burning through like the
Tunes,
wallpaper. Yeah, and basically the entire kitchen just explodes.
This is where we get approval for the use of Legion resources like goons and getaway cars.
And explosions!
I have no idea what the fuck explosions are, Bane. But we do have explosives.
It's like fucking Mission Impossible fuse burning all the way through the house.
Yes, dude. Like, you can see the fuses, and it starts blowing out the appliances one at a time. He's got a TV inside the kitchen.
I would do the Mission Impossible theme song, but Spotify would clap us for it.
we just got partnered on Spotify, so don't ruin it, Shadow.
Yeah, 1 week later. But yeah, so it follows that it blows up. This because she was Anna was cooking a turkey for some reason at one point. Like I don't know if Thanksgiving's around the corner or what's going on, but this. When the oven explodes, the turkey shoots through the other side of the house,
through the
lands
window,
in like the trash can. There's a funny line where he goes upstairs. He's all cartoon blown up with black shit all over him, hair spiked up, and he's just like,
yeah, and his shirt's burned from the explosion, and his nipples are out, and they have ash on them. It's like,
and he doesn't want to talk about what happened in the kitchen.
Yeah,
she looks down.
You don't want to know.
Yeah, the turkey button pops out. She's like, the turkey's done. Like, like a deadpan. And this is where the sanity finally, like, I mean, it's building up the entire time. We probably even skipped over bad shit that happens, but he's got this water. He's just going to take a bath. Like, we'll just get done with, don't just take a bath, forget about whatever's going on. And then he pours the water in the bathtub.
It just collapses and explodes, and the camera cuts back to Tom Hanks, and he just gives this like weird science Bill Paxton laugh.
Yeah, dude. This reminds me. This is a Shadwick moment. This is like when if you ever see Shadwick doing this kind of laugh, that means that
someone's about to die.
Yeah, someone's life's about to be ended. So
it wasn't funny at all to me, like when he was doing it, but it goes on for so long. I started laughing.
I was going to say we can't even cut it in because he goes so long.
Yeah, it's one of those jokes. Though, so, yeah, it's like he just can't stop laughing because it's like it certainly does seem to be raining shit on him and his wife, or soon to be wife.
He's losing his mind,
dude. Yeah.
So how could it possibly get any worse? So out of money and out of sanity, Walter is ready to give up, but Anna is the one at this point in the film who refuses to let him quit, man. So it's like Anna sort of is like, no, like we can't give up. This is like our dream. We did this
that's
together.
weird. A woman dragged you deeper into the mud. So weird.
I thought it was sort of out of character for her because in the film, she's like really like she doesn't want to.
She seems like she just roll over. Yeah, she just seems like she roll over on anything.
Dude, exactly. She doesn't, and she doesn't. Well, she doesn't want to get married in the beginning.
Like
so
her ex-husband.
Mm-hmm.
And so like she seems as if she is like sort of averse to commitment now,
right?
Which like a house is everything. Is literally the definition of commitment, right? And so it's weird that she would be the one that's just like, no, it's fine, like you keep going, but she convinces Walter to stay in, so they hire the only contractor they can that's willing to work cheap, and that's an old Art Shirk, and his contracting company is willing to do the majority of the work. And so the next day,
this is awesome.
Yeah, the next day, what I can only describe as basically a group of circus performers arrive at the house.
Look, I tried to look it up, and everything kept telling me that it was Body by Jake, which I know he's in this movie.
He is.
But there's a dude when like Tom Hanks, Walter, when he first drives up and he sees all those people there.
Yeah, they're coming in.
And there's a bodybuilder.
Yeah,
he's got his shirt off, and he is fucking yoked.
The one that's in like a little go-kart. Like,
yeah,
he's like, yeah, dude.
He's coming in.
Like, especially like in the 80s.
Dude, to be that big, yeah.
Yeah, like this was like Ronnie Coleman big.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I looked up too, like I guess like some of the bikers were actually like Hell's Angels that were like on set for some of this. But that one dude, I tried to look it up too. Like that dude is jacked to the gills, and
yeah. I mean,
I
he was like stage ready.
Yeah,
like, and this chick with like spiked like blonde hair. She's like patting him down, like rubbing his pecs and everything.
That's exactly the scene that like made me crack up because they're supposed to be working, and we've got like this group, this strong man, like Chris said, there's bikers, there's dwarves.
Yeah, dude, there's just all kinds of like
women.
And they immediately like they have a drill dozer.
I've seen dancing girls and hookers.
Yeah,
yes.
They immediately start setting up ladders. They're like, nothing alive is in the house, right? And he's like, this is kind of a good moment here where he's like, my girlfriend, well, for all intents and purposes, my wife.
Yeah,
like so you kind of see
get her out.
Yeah, yeah, but which is the joke, but also you see kind of where Walter's mind is. He's like, this is my forever. And like whether she says I do or not, I'm just gonna go ahead and assume everything.
He's all in it. You're right. I'd actually never noticed that he does call her his wife a few times because when Art Shirk is trying to molest her because he thought she was a hot piece of wool, like he's like, "Hey, that's my wife. Get your hands off of her." I didn't remember that till right then.
So he keeps calling her his wife. So anyway, he gets her out of the house because they pause immediately and then they just. Like destroy the house as soon as they're all out of there.
They just wreck it. They're like ripping side of the side of the house
with the drill dozer.
Yeah, and so Tom passes and they begin work on the house, which basically is like demolishing it. And so by the time Walter and Anna both go to work, by the time Walter returns, he finds the whole place obliterated, dude. Like,
dude.
It's annihilated. There's holes everywhere. Everything is dug up in the yard.
Hey, look, there's a sand pile. There's a gravel pile.
Yeah.
Scrap pile.
I'll tell you what, there's not a pile of is permits, though.
Yes.
The contractor's like, it'll take about 2 weeks to finish it once you get the permits.
Yeah.
And then you find out, like, the permit guy was there, but Anna wasn't there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because he got her out of the house, right? So
exactly.
Like, this is the whole part.
Well, no, he thought she was there, but she snuck off to sell.
Oh, that's right.
Painting or something, right?
To get some more money.
Yeah, and this is where the distrust between them begins.
Because when he comes back, he finds out, because it is what does he say? It's pasta presto or presto pasta time or something like that. Like,
yes.
So he's leaving to go home, like the head contractor, which I really like this actor. I don't know why, he's funny as shit. But he's he lets him know you can need the permits. The permit guy was here. You find out like nobody was there to sign off on it. So Walter now is like, I got to get these permits to get the rest of this work done because my house is completely fucked. And so he calls a permit guy, and that dude is just cursing him up and down. And there's this joke too that every time someone comes up and sees like the money pit, they keep asking if it's like they're testing missiles on this side or whatever.
Yes, dude.
But so he's trying to get these permits. You have this whole like back and forth on the permit situation where permit guy shows up. You have the Walter's like, hey, come up here. Like, he takes the berating, whatever. He's a lawyer. He's done this before. And he falls in the fucking floor. And then so he's stuck on this rug in the floor, which also gives me anxiety. That's so they do have a nice explanation here because he's trying to yell, but he can't yell because his chest is constricted. So he can't. So the permit guy just thinks he got stood up again.
Well, he's like, I can hear you, and they're laughing at me.
Yeah, I know.
and it's Walter having a mental breakdown because he can't believe he's like stuck in a hole on the floor.
Dude, that shit. And then the permit guy just fucking leaves, and he just rips up the permit. Didn't he also name Shirk as well?
It's something. Yeah, I think he's related.
Something Shirk. I think as he says, we'll never permit this house or whatever, and storms off. But dude, that whole situation is funny as shit. And then, she gets home because she, you said, was trying to.
So the reason she wasn't there is we find out she has gone to her ex-husband. And she's basically begging him to buy back all the stuff she won in the divorce so she can get more money for the house. And so
$75,000 for a painting. It's worth $100,000.
Yeah, exactly. And all he does, all her ex-husband Max does is try to get her to come back to him and sleep with him. That's all he's trying to do the entire time. She flatters him, and of course he reluctantly agrees to give her the money. She just stops whining about money because he has more money than God, and so he just doesn't even care, right? And so, she finally arrives back at the house and finds Walter stuck in the hole in the ground and tries to help him out. And of course, the moment she tries to pull him out, he just falls straight through.
Yeah, and then I don't know why. I had forgotten that he falls. So he's stuck in this rug, and you get these comedic bits She's downstairs and she's looking for him. She keeps calling out for him. And at one point, she runs past his legs that are
that are dangling down.
It's like a light fixture or something.
Right? Yeah.
And she goes upstairs and she goes into the room where he is and doesn't see him because he's stuck in the floor behind a chair. And finally, she comes back and he's like, "No, I'm in the study. I'm in the floor behind the chair."
Yes, dude. Yes.
Then she's then she's helping him, and the rug breaks loose, and he just falls.
Oh, dude, yeah. Just and that's funny as shit. That is it's flat, it's slapstick, but funny as shit. It's one of those moments too where it's you're God, it just can't get any worse. I think he even has a line after this where he's that after that fall, now I'm 3 inches shorter, or
yeah, and exactly. And so you're right. At this point in the film, everybody watching is dude, this literally can't be any worse. And so they decide to go to bed in the house. They're wearing their trench coats, and because there's holes punched in from the Circus freaks.
He closes a window, and there's a window just wide open with a tarp,
tarp
plastic
blowing
on it. Yeah.
So they're nearly freezing to death, trying to sleep in this house. And he started a fire in their bedroom upstairs, And he's like, he gets up to stoke it while they're having their conversation. And as he does, like the chimney just like falls straight through.
This was the moment watching the movie that I just almost like got up and walked away. Like, because I was like, you've got to be shitting me. Like,
and then it just like falls straight down like the second tower, right?
Yeah, yeah. And it's just like, it's just brick flying. And then you see like the flume or whatever at the very top, like the cap or whatever, I guess, on it. Like, is that the falls all the way down?
Yes,
but I don't know if they just dropped a whole bunch of bricks down there for that shot, but that was brilliant.
I don't know how they filmed that either. That was making me wonder too, because how do you film like and you're right about because it's like the smokestack that's supposed to be sticking above the roof is like right in front of him. So it's crazy. Like you, and this got me because at this point in time, it's been a minute since they had a house gag, right? Mm-hmm. Like they had the big one with the turkey in the kitchen exploding. And it's been a little while, right? But like, dude, when that fell, it actually shocked me, and I was cracking up, man.
I was laughing, but then I had to get up and walk around for a second. I was like, ah.
Yeah, it's just too bad. Like
shake it off.
Yeah, somebody would give up and quit, but they don't. I mean,
speaking of giving up and quitting. Don't quit on us and go check out our Patreon.
Yes.
That's right. Go over to our Patreon, patreon.com/BeKind. Let's rewind. Like we always say, man, we really appreciate everybody listening to this, people that already support us on Patreon. If you're not there, you're thinking about it, man, we got a free trial for you. Come over there, test the waters, bonus episodes, weekly outtakes, Shadwick's Doodles, Leafs video game stuff. We're going to start posting probably multiple bonus episodes starting probably in May or June, where we're going to be just doing different video games.
We're ramping it up.
Dude, or like, started. Hey, dude, we're going to bring our Versus format back on there. A lot of stuff. New movie comes out. It's a remake. Dude, we're going to be talking about it on Patreon.
And for those that have joined from the wrestling podcast, Chris has wrestling content.
Yes. Yeah, everybody that joined us from Something to Wrestle, go join us over there. I used to do wrestling regionally for like 15 years, man. So got some opinions and some little kind of sort of insider info on things of that nature. Just you see it different when you did it. So come on over there. And like I said, patreon.com/BeKind. Let's rewind. Come join the party. Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal.
And you can see that outtake on Patreon.
Yeah, that's Patreon content right there.
I'm clipping it.
Yeah, dude. Leaf fans, let's jump back into it,
dude. So the next scene is we get a time lapse here. We get a 4 months later time lapse. Of course,
I thought they said 2 weeks.
Yeah, right. That's the joke. Is the contractors
always 2 weeks?
Keeps telling them 2 weeks, and it just stretches on for 4 months.
I can co-sign on that. That still hasn't changed to this day.
They get to the point where they say it and then they laugh.
Yeah, they laugh at like 2
weeks.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't even know why contractors do that. Like, I feel like they should take up with the doctors. Doctors basically make it act like you're going to die.
Every time.
They're never going to tell you any good news because they don't want you to be disappointed, right?
The doctors aren't near as bad as the fucking insurance companies.
That's true, too.
Dude,
yeah.
Truth.
Fuck those guys.
So here we are 4 months later, and the place is there's scaffolding everywhere.
Right.
Free wage is what I say.
They were still working on the house. Obviously, Walter has finally procured the necessary permits, and they're still working on the house all this time later. And we get this scene. This is probably the most slapsticky moment in the film. As Walter's attempting to get water for...
you kind of get like introduced to their now morning routine.
Yeah.
So they wake up.
Yes.
He's got to go get water. He's got to go he's weaving in between all of these construction workers that were supposed to be there 2 weeks.
And they know them all by name.
Right, by name now, man. Yeah. And so you do get, like Leaf said, you get some construction workers here that went on to do other things. Leaf, your boy,
yes, dude,
Duke. Who is that now?
Duke,
by Jake,
is Jake Steinfeld. a.k.a. Body by Jake. Who remembers the infomercials, dude?
I do, for sure.
Besides,
who remembers him driving a cab in Queens?
Oh! You dumb fuck!
I forgot about
that. Yes. Well done.
We have an episode on that one, by the way.
Yeah.
So
the other one I saw in here, man.
What does dumb fuck mean?
Our homeboy Mike Starr from The Last Dragon and Dumb and Dumber is in this. He's one of the contractors. The
good catch, dude.
Yeah, the guy that's the killer and eats the hot pepper and dies with the rat poison.
The rat poison.
Talk about wrong place at the wrong time.
What was this guy's name?
Mike Starr.
Mike Starr, yeah.
Yeah, I verified it. It is him. He's in there. Him and Body by Jake look very similar, by the way. Very Italian guys, I guess. So.
Italian New Yorkers.
Oh, the gas man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, and that's him.
I didn't catch him in that.
Yep.
But there's a very quick slapstick moment where Walter basically wrecks the entire operation. He's covered in like contour putty or plaster,
and he looks like a ghost, and then people are afraid of him because he looks like a ghost.
He accidentally rips all the scaffolding down. I keep wanting to call her Diane, dadgummit. Anna, it's like
that's fine. You can call her Diane.
It's the same character.
Tomato, that stupid.
It's better than anything I'm going to call her.
She's pulling plugs out, trying to make her morning coffee.
Dude.
Like, just pissing me off because it's like, dude,
dude, because she has to make her morning coffee. The freaking saw ends up, she unplugs it. The guy goes to check it. She plugs it back in. It turns on. There's all kinds of.
Dude,
she's
Three
like
Stooges.
She's like my mom on a cell phone. She's like pushing buttons. And then she calls me from a landline. She's like, "Can you fix my phone?"
You're like, no.
What did you do? I don't know.
I feel
Steve Jobs couldn't fix your phone.
I feel like
mostly because she doesn't have an iPhone.
Yeah.
this whole scene is just to remind you that like this house is never going to be fixed. It is the money pit. Like it's never going to end. It feels like and like we're literally over halfway of the film, and it's just not ending.
It just never ending, and it's. He falls down. You do get the funny gag, like you said, the derpy.
Yeah.
Falls all the way down from the scaffolding, wrecks everything, falls in the fountain.
Yeah, you
after
got this whole
this
Donkey Kong thing where he's going down the scaffolding.
He does this fucking Rube Goldberg shit, ends up in the fountain, and the little boy's just peeing on his head.
Yeah,
just pissing on him. That's how it ends. Which is pretty funny visual.
I guess, as far as slapstick goes, it's
Epstein Island.
Speaking of Steve Jobs,
that's
I don't think
we don't know.
I don't think he was in the files. Isn't everybody? Who knows, right?
You're thinking of Bill Gates.
That's true. Yes.
Tomato,
stupid fish.
I can't stop.
The next scene, Walter goes out of town for work. And of course, that's the opportunity Anna's ex-husband needs. Max swoops in and immediately after one of their rehearsals offers her a warm shower, a hot meal, and all the alcohol she can drink. And of course, she started smoking again because you just don't hate her enough.
Her nerves are shot.
Yeah.
She's not dressed to go out anywhere because he wants to celebrate. I guess they had a great rehearsal or show.
Did.
I can't remember which one it is.
I think it was a show.
It was a show.
I believe I heard it was the most daring portrayal of Don Giovanni.
Don Giovanni? Who's that dude?
Bravo!
It's a play. It's not even like an orchestral
if you
performance.
ever want to see a performance that makes you reconsider everything in your life,
I think the word you're looking for, Shelley, is scrumtralescent.
Shout out to Will Ferrell episode. But dude, so he's like, well, you don't need to be dressed to go out. We'll go back to my place. And he's like, it used to be our place. So he's really laying the groundwork here to be like, look, man, just come have some food. You get a hot shower.
And she's at her weakest moment. They've been dealing with this for months.
She's like, No milk will ever be our milk.
That's what she says early on.
Yeah.
But then God invented alcohol and distillation and fermentation.
The ultimate equalizer.
It's true, yes.
It is
where would
very,
our
very
relationships
true.
be without it? We wouldn't have been able to trap our wives without it.
And they so the
conversation in Hennessy.
The screen or the scene cuts, and they unfortunately Anna awakes the next morning with no recollection of what she had done the night before. But Max is more than excited to regale her with the tales.
Of her, and he gives her a kiss, and
the cops,
she rolls over and is rubbing her face, and she's
Yep.
like, "Oh shit!
What did I do?" And he tells her the cops had to be called. It was so raunchy and nasty. The things that they did.
So nasty.
Yeah, let's go. I'm so nasty.
Y'all are welcome for that one.
Yep. Nice little layup.
And so, she can't believe what she did, but Max assures her that it's fine. You can just be with me now. And she realizes the horrible mistake she's made. She does what most women would do in this rational situation. She decides to lie about it to Walter when he comes back. Because why
not?
Ironically enough, isn't her ex-husband more likely to have been Hitler's pool boy?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I don't know if he's.
On the timeline, I don't know if he's old enough.
No, he's not quite old enough. You would even in the 80s, you would have had to been. And you'd be retirement age. I feel like at that point in time. So not quite old enough, but
he is old enough to go create a heist a few years later.
He is, which he did, unfortunately, in his own demise,
hey,
which isn't explored.
Carl,
in this
good to see you.
That's what it is. Yeah. For those that haven't picked this up, I don't know if we explained it or put the clips in. This is the same dude that's in Die Hard.
Yeah, right.
That I believe gets shot.
Why the hell did you do that?
I told you I shoot kids.
So like Leaf said, man, she's gone back. So she basically is going to go back and pretend like nothing fucking happened.
Is cheated. Yeah, she's going to lie about it. And so, unfortunately for Anna, Walter's already very self-conscious about Anna being in and around her ex-husband.
Who would think? Why would you be worried about that?
I don't know, man. The guy's insanely good-looking, tall, wealthy, has the respect of basically millions, and and he's
it all comes down to the money. I mean,
has money.
The dude basically looks like Vigo.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought too. The whole time I was just like, he looks like
Vigo!
he looks like younger Vigo.
And the unspoken elephant in the room, she already has history with him. It's
exactly
her
right.
Husband, man.
Yeah, you're not even adding to your number.
And and what I learned was, in an ex situation. Once you're, divorced or apart from each other, all your problems are fixed. Like, time fixes all that shit. So, I mean, once you get back together,
I know, because
Rachel, give me another drink.
Like, everything looking back is in rose-colored glasses, right?
Yeah, exactly. So all the problems you had have magically disappeared. They're a different person. You're a different person in the 3 to 4 weeks that you broke up. So might as well get back with them and Leaf pour that glass for me too. I'll fuck it. I'll go to the loony bin with you. I don't give a fuck.
For our
Shout
audio
out our Grandma's
listeners.
Boy episode. Yeah, audio listeners, Leaf just poured himself another glass.
It is a fat glass. So Anna is trying to hide this, and they have this long conversation. There's this good scene where they're going to bed together in the shit house, in the muddy pit house. Mm-hmm. And, Walter keeps grilling Anna. He's like, did you sleep with your ex while I was away? I don't understand if you did. So she'd tell me the truth. And she's like, no, I didn't. And so they go to bed. And then they wake up, and Anna's like, okay, listen, we need to talk.
And it's this this is a good Tom Hanks comedic beat.
You whore!
You see the light go off. They're going to talk about it in the morning. It's just like 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Also, side note on this kind of stuff, now that we've gotten in the weeds on producing and editing and shit like that, How many times do you think like people argue over this downtime in between the gag? Do you just know when it's right, or are you like, no, it needs to be 4 seconds and not 3, or it needs to be 3.5, not 4? And I know that's way in the weeds and stupid, but like that's weird shit I think about now, where it's like,
I don't know,
because sometimes that extra second is funnier.
What I've noticed is movies are so fucking tight with editing.
Yeah.
Like even like camera changes. So like as one person is finishing their sentence, it's the camera's already.
Sometimes they overlay,
person.
because we're clipping stuff out of these. So like sometimes I'll actually have to do a still shot of that person to cover up the rest of their audio, and it's so quick, it's a millisecond. But if that scene changes in there, it flicks on the screen and bothers you for whatever reason. But that's why I wonder with this, it's like, do you just know? Because I think we have fairly good comedic timing a lot of times just because we're regurgitating shit that we see on TV and movies. But like that creates kind of a metronome in your body be like, if I wait 3 seconds or 2 seconds, there's a beat in your brain, and then you say whatever you're going to say. It's like, funnier.
You mentioned it in the Ninja Turtles 2 episode, like the rule of three.
Yeah. Like there's just little things like that. So when I saw this though, but again, Tom Hanks at his greatest, and
I'll echo that right quickly with saying I think that like a lot of the comedians that deal with this, you won't find any better like comedic timing than in like improv or stand up.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's those beats are like really, really important, like giving the audience a chance to laugh.
Because improv and stand up, you're getting live rounds in front of an audience.
Yeah,
right? Like,
so you learn to do timing, and that's actually hurt some comedians. Remember in our episode where we talked about in our Caddyshack episode, where we talked about I'm drawing a blank.
Rodney Dangerfield?
Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield. He was worried about like the comedic timing because he didn't have an audience and he was so used to stand up and making jokes. It was difficult for him to transfer that to movies where you don't have any sort of feedback. He was perpetually worried that his timing was off.
And that he was just bombing is what he thought.
And that he thought he was bombing. And it's just like, you don't get it. You're not going to get that kind of, it's a different medium. And so I agree with you. I think 100% that, us editing, but also if you're just watching these films, like you'll notice how sometimes that extra second like makes it just hit so much funnier.
It's
like
I've been at work. I've been like creating AI videos. Like I've created like an AI character, and like she's talking through a script that I've written, and if you don't like prompt that she takes a pause or whatever, it'll cut off like as soon as she finishes that last little syllable.
Right.
And that does not work in the grand scheme of things. So.
Is there any chance that you were able to get her to say that line that I fed you that's like, Richie,
would you do me a favor and eat my pussy?
Well, I got that, and then I had to create a Richie character, so he could say, you know what you asked me about before.
Shout out a Dust Till Dawn episode that got fucking buried.
Also, this is Shabbook's last episode. He's going into AI pornography, everybody. So
everybody,
congratulations to him. Best
we're
of
proud
luck
of you. That's great.
On his future endeavors.
I think we have to preface that we are joking. Shabbook's not going anywhere.
He's not.
Please listen next week.
If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
The Anna can't hold it in any longer, and she finally admits the truth that she did sleep with her ex, or assumedly, even though she was pretty much blackout drunk. And
that's what he told her.
That's what she believes, and so her and Walter have a knockdown, drag-out argument right then and there, and then of course it spills over to the next morning. Like Walter wakes up, he's got like two champagne bottles. He's on like the ping pong table, unconscious.
Dude, there's like chicken wing bones and every male thing that you would do in that situation.
Yeah, that does sound good.
Except for eating or drinking champagne. I'm not drinking champagne. There's just not a scenario.
It looks like
really?
It hurts my head.
Dude, just go ahead and take a ball peen hammer to the side of my skull.
What if it makes your wife horny? Would you drink it then?
Yeah, but you're You just found out your wife cheated on you.
Yeah.
It's not happening, dude.
Yeah.
She's not even his wife.
If I'm depressed, I'm going to probably whiskey. That's where I'm going.
I'm telling you right now, if I wake up and my girlfriend is Shelley Long, I'm pounding whatever I got. I got.
Except for her.
They are out in the They are out in the middle of nowhere, so I mean, pickings is slim. I guess you got to pop some champ.
Whatever you can get, dude.
It's a great cut though. Like it cuts up. He's got the 2 empty bottles. There's just shit everywhere where he's been snacking. He even the other guys that are there talking to him because they're like, "Oh, you're in the doghouse, aren't you?" And
right? Yeah, because all of the workers, they're
yeah.
still there. They show up the next morning. They're just working around him while he's unconscious.
Yeah, they start that fucking shaking machine with the paint cans.
God, dude.
Oh, and they're all there front and center for the big fight too.
Right afterwards. But he gets up. I do like that he gets up and then he's walking and his back's all fucked up because he's been sleeping on a ping pong table. Those little details matter to me.
That's
where I'm like,
excellent.
Yeah, that would fuck your back up.
So
not as much as the goddamn champagne. God.
Oh God, makes my stomach hurt thinking about it. But so the argument continues.
Gives me sympathy diarrhea.
And so Walter and Anna have it out, and the funny part of this scene is all of the workers are they stop working and start following them, listening to their argument while they're having it out.
This is one of those knockdown dragouts too, where shit just gets personal.
It gets raw.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I'll pay you back. Will be written on your gravestone.
I wouldn't give lectures on the value of promises. Your word didn't do too well in this last outing.
They start pulling out each other's insecurities and attacking each other.
She's like, my sister's been through a lot. And he's like, of dick?
It's just like that. And in the end, they both decide that once the house is done, they're going to stay together till then. And once the house is done, they're going to split up and go their separate ways. Mm-hmm. And that's sort of how it concludes. And both of them, you could tell, are very, very hurt because even though this terrible thing has happened, they still love each other a lot. And a couple of days, you would assume, goes by, and Max shows up of all people to the Money Pit house, and he's looking for Anna because turns out she has missed the last couple of rehearsals, and so he's trying to find out what's going on. And she tells him, she's like, look, I'm leaving town. She's packing her stuff. Mm-hmm. She's like, I can't even take this, And
she's like, I'm going to find another man to take care of me. It's just what I've done my whole life.
What I do. It'll be easy.
Find another guy to ruin his life.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a sucker born every minute, she says. And so, finally.
There's somebody out there that wants to be emasculated, I promise.
Yeah,
someone, dude.
100%.
And Max looks at the ground and he realizes he's got to finally come clean. And he tells her that night, after she basically got blackout drunk and ate all of his food, drunk all of his booze with her ex, that they actually didn't sleep together. That, because she's leaving the orchestra too. She's leaving everything behind. And he realizes that's the breaking point for him because he flat out admits he's arrogant. He just wants her as a trophy because he gets everything he wants, and that he'll get over it. He's just like, I'm arrogant. I'll eventually get over it, and it won't even matter to me. He was like, but you two actually love each other. You should probably repair the divide. And, she's just like, no. She's like, the damage is done. Walter's never going to believe me now.
And she says, I used to hate you, and now I hate him. She just...
They said some hurtful things that can't be taken back, and she just realizes that it's too late. And on his way out, he actually tells Walter, he's like, listen,
I've lost her too, but I'll get over it because I'm shallow.
He was like, but he was like, you'll ruin your life over this. You'll never recover.
I know. At that point, I'm like, Max is all right, And then on the way out, after he does all this shit, he critiques Homeboy painting. He's like, no, up and down.
He's like Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, no. He was like,
he's
the fence.
He's a conductor, dude. He's worked on his stroke.
He's letting that dude. He was right, man. He was right to correct him.
He was, dude. He can't leave something undone, man. And so we basically get a fade away of the house being destroyed, and then it's all repaired. All the work is finally done, which in the beginning, I mean, I'm telling you, right up until 10 minutes before this scene, I was like, this house is never getting fixed.
It's never going to get finished.
It's
They're
always
going to have like 6 sequels like Fast and Furious.
Yeah, when Anna and Walter are arguing, he's just like, well, how long could it possibly be? And he asked that same contractor that you like, and the contractor's like, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And
It's
he
like,
starts laughing or
God,
whatever.
man. But finally, the house repairs are completed, and an undisclosed amount of time has passed. The foreman delivers sort of this clever speech,
Dude,
man.
I picked this up, like, this is really, really good and a really good spot in the movie because he has the key and he wants to know who to give it to. And it's a good shot here, too. They're both in separate rooms, far away from each other.
Yeah, on
but
each
it's all done.
side of the house.
Yes, it's all done. He's like in the contractors in the middle. They're on either side in different rooms. And it's complete. It looks great. He's going to give him the key, and then he drops that awesome speech.
No, this wasn't an easy one. But the foundation was good, I'll say that. And if that's okay, then everything else can be fixed.
Beautiful. What if your foundation is with a miserable bitch?
What if your foundation is riddled with chlamydia?
It's just... and you're looking across the room.
Hey, wait for me, bitch.
You're looking across the room, and your foundation is Shelley Long, and you're like...
You're just like, well, I mean, at the time, a 12-picture deal with Shelley Long sounded like a good idea.
No, it didn't.
Now I'm a parking attendant, so, yes.
And so... the speech moves Walter and Anna, and they both finally realize... Walter admits first. He's like, listen... Even though you cheated and it's through gritted teeth, he's like, I still love you, and I love you more than I hate the fact that you cheated. And Anna, in turn, admits she loves Walter, too, and that she never actually cheated. Press X for doubt. And they reunite under that guise that they've their love will transcend.
So, like, before she drops the knowledge on him that she actually did not sleep with dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, you slept with Max, I don't care. No.
Yeah. That is the cuckiest shit I've ever heard in my entire life.
Once milk goes bad, it doesn't go good again.
That's true.
I agree.
Milk's gone bad.
I actually hated this part too, Shaq. This made me really, really cringe because like he spoke up first, and in my opinion, it should have been her. She should have been the one to speak up first. He didn't do anything. Why is he the one apologizing first? It doesn't matter that, he said hurtful shit to her.
Because he's a decent person. Yeah, she's a miserable bitch.
He's innocent, and she's a fucking bitch, dude. Like, Anna should have spoke up first, but she doesn't. And,
everything that comes out of her mouth is in that, like, opera singer tone, like
that sing-songy cadence.
Right, and you were wrong.
But they're back together. We pour another glass.
We do again.
Then at the end, they get married. They tie the knot in the end
at the Money Pit House.
At the Money Pit House, yeah. And it's kind of cool though because you do get the nice little callback of all the characters you've kind of met through. I like when a movie kind of. Especially when you have a wide cast of characters like this.
Except for the real estate agent.
Except for him. He's not there. You know why, dude. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Except for the mustache.
Except for the mustache, man.
As they embrace in their final kiss, we get a final scene, Chris. It's not over yet.
Dude,
where do we go?
Walk us through this. I believe we're going to go off to Rio because there's going to be a house being sold to Walter's dad.
Dude,
and I'll be damned if it isn't Estelle from earlier.
There she is, dude.
With Carlos.
He's
like, actually a hell of a pool guy.
Carlos, played by John Van Drielen, by the way. I went ahead and throw him in there because he made such an impression in this one scene that he's in the film. And so we realize after all of this that Estelle and Carlos are scammers.
Right, yeah.
They've scammed, obviously, the Money Pit House to Walter and Anna, and here we are with Walter's father and his brand new wife being scammed again out of a place in Rio de Janeiro, and Carlos clicks his heels together and wishes Walter's dad and his wife a hearty
Which is great.
I just have to imagine like Walter's dad is staying in Rio because he likes butt.
From the Money Pit, what is your favorite line? And I'll go first. And
are you gonna let her do that? Are you gonna let my mother clean that carpet?
Chadwick, what do you got, man?
Haven't I gotten the water every morning for 4 months?
Walter.
Do I ever forget
Walter, don't do
to get the water? I'm sorry.
That is a Chadwick line for sure.
That is 100%.
Lee, bring us home. What you got?
Gotta do it, man, with Joe Montana. Hey!
She didn't say nothing about being married. I just thought she was good-looking wool.
Add it to the BKLR language book, man. So we'll do one more since this is kind of like we said, the slapstick, man. From the Money Pit, what is your favorite house gag? Leaf, you go first.
Dude, it's got to be the middle of the film when you think all the house gags are over with, but like when Walter tries to stoke the fire. Hey, dude, it's so bad, man.
Chadwick, man, what do you got?
I gotta go with the stairs, man. Where like he's like sitting there working on the stairs, and they just start collapsing underneath him. And it's like fucking Lord of the Rings.
Running up like
he's running like as they're falling behind him, and then like he grabs onto the ledge.
Yeah,
and like she's supposed to be standing on his fingers, right? And there's this great shot where like she steps back and he just like falls
like all the way down into the stairs. Like, dude, it's good. And man, I'll bring us home, and I've got to go with the tub scene, just with the. So guys, thank you so much for joining us for this one. Tune in every week. We'll have different movies, shows, personalities, all that good stuff. Like, subscribe. Most importantly, tell your friends. Check us out on Patreon. And with that, guys, we'll take it over to our Norm Macdonald clip of the week.
In Washington, D.C., reporter Alan Etter was doing a story on violence at a local high school when he was attacked and severely beaten by a gang of students. The assailants say they have nothing against the reporter. They just love irony.